This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. Then comes rhythm and blues. Bruce, what the fuck? Tell us about rhythm and blues.
You know, Greg Valentine had been in the company for a long time. And Greg, Jesus Christ, man. You talk about a career that everywhere Greg went, Greg was a top guy. Greg was a champion everywhere and drew money. But Greg was kind of in the twilight of his career. Had been there forever. One day, I was looking at him going, what if?
Right.
Now, who would be the most unlikely guy if you were going to have an odd couple? You look around the locker room to pair with the honky tonk man. And Greg sitting there like Greg would sit there sometimes was positively perfect. Honky's rhythm, Greg is the blues. Rhythm and blues, baby. And I think that was Jimmy Hart's idea for the name.
Really?
Yeah.
I have in my notes.
Tag team we came up with, but I think it was Jimmy Hart.
Greg was actually being managed by Jimmy Hart already. He had previously managed the Fabulous Rougeaus and, of course, the Hart Foundation. Once the Rougeaus leave, it seems to create a need for another Jimmy Hart managed tag team. Valentine and Honky are teamed up. Not long after their first pairing, we see Valentine, sport a different look. He's got those Roy Orbison style glasses, a gaudy jacket, and a guitar, which he clearly didn't know how to play. But maybe, and this is what I'm most interested in, you make him dye his hair jet black. He couldn't have been happy about this.
No, Greg did not want to dye his hair in any way, shape, or form. Greg fought it, and Greg just kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off until finally, he did it. Where Vince was like, Greg, you got to dye your hair, man. It's like, you got to commit. And this is going to be new life. This is the beginning of a new career for you. And Greg finally did it. And I thought it was fucking great. Because it was a reinvention for Greg Valentine. It was another step in his career, and he was new all over again. Greg hated it, fucking hated it, and the more Greg hated it, the more everybody would rib him about it.
Just so you know, Honky did an interview once where he said that Rick Rude is the one who came up with the team name Rhythm and Blues.
Maybe he did, Jim. Yeah, he might have. I always thought it was Jimmy. But I know that was something that just fit them perfectly.
Their first televised match happens at Wrestling Challenge. It's a taping on December 12th, 1989 against Mark Young and your man Reno Riggins. And from December of 89.
Wow. Well, let me tell you about that.
Okay.
So this was one of those where Mark and Reno were enhancement talent, both tremendous talents. And Mark Young was Chief Jay Strongbow's son. So we had tried different things with Mark. He did break dancing and shit like that and different things. But Mark wasn't the biggest guy in the world, and just he was missing something. And Vince had tried a lot of different things with him. It's like, Jay, I don't know what to do with him. Look, we can keep him on. He could be an enhancement talent, but there's not a whole lot we can do here. And Mark would always be, as an enhancement talent, would always be in a tag team. And Mark never dropped the fall. So, of course, this didn't go unnoticed amongst the boys and amongst people. And so this one time I was like, hey, And Jay always had his match, is the agent. And this one night, they had, it was like, okay, Mark needs to drop a fall. Jay, this looks horrible for you. It's your son. I'm going to take you off being his agent. And he said, no, I get it. And he says, you can't protect him like that. You can't, do that because people are talking. So Jay's like, okay, no. We'll have Mark do the job. But in an enhancement match, clearly to get Greg and Honky over, they had Honky hit Mark with the guitar for the win. Vince was livid. Are you fucking kidding? Honky using the guitar is a major angle.
Right.
If you're going to use the guitar, do it on a top guy and make a story out of it. This was an enhancement. This was a 5-minute enhancement match. Vince sent him right back out like 2 matches later to go do the match over and had Honky and Greg go over with their finish. That's bizarre that in your notes that match is on there.
That's why we listen to something to wrestle, baby. From December of 89 until November 90, Honky's going to work almost exclusively with Greg Valentine in these tag team encounters. The one exception, of course, is the Royal Rumble 1990, where Honky's going to work the 30-man battle royal that we know was won by Hulk Hogan. At WrestleMania VI, oh my goodness, what a moment this was. Rhythm and Blues revealed their new hit single,
I'm just a hunk of honky love. I got a hunk of honky love. It's got a hunk of honky love. You get your hunk of honky love, baby.
It's comically bad, maybe with the
it's fucking great, man. Gorilla Monsoon has the line of the century. If they hung Greg the Hammer Valentine for being a great singer, they'd be hanging an innocent person.
The guitar was pretty good though. Not that Greg did anything with that.
Awesome.
They're driven to the ring in a pink Cadillac by a then unknown Diamond Dallas Page. Honky was deliberately off key and did such a horrible job. The backup singers didn't know whether to sing with him or the music. The segment was busted up by the Bushwhackers, who were dressed in fan apparel and handing out merch in the front row. And of course, that summer, these two teams would feud. You love this WrestleMania VI moment, don't you?
I do. It was so fucking horrible. It was awesome. First of all, looking for a pink Cadillac for the entrance. And Dream smartens me up. Daddy's got a pink Cadillac down in Florida and get you one. And I called Dallas Page and said, hey, man. He's like, fucking Dallas, man. He's whatever you need. Yeah, man. I'll drive the son of a bitch up there. And Dallas brings the pink Cadillac up and Dallas drives it down. It's all cool and shit. But watch this segment because they're fucking horrible. The Monsoon line is in there and everything. And then at the end of it, you got the Bushwhackers and they're all of a sudden inside the corral. And Honk says, hey, wait a minute. What are you two concessionaires doing inside out here? Hey, you're not a concessionaire. You're Bushwhacker Luke. And you're not a concessionaire either. You're Bushwhacker Butch. The Bushwhackers. I mean, it's fucking horrible.
Yes, it is.
And then we have the goddamn brawl inside, and it was
terrible.
But it's one of the greatest moments on that whole show. Awesome. And just a hunk of honky love. He's just a hunk of honky love. Here's your little hunk of honky love.
Rhythm and Blues wind up challenging for the tag titles against the Hart Foundation, but they come up short every time. Womp, womp, womp. They're even left off of SummerSlam in August. Fast forward to September 18th, 1990. How about this for placement? It's Saturday night's main event, number 28. Hulk Hogan is teaming with his pal Tugboat to defeat Rhythm and Blues by DQ. And this is the famous Saturday night's main event with the Oktoberfest theme that had the big food fight
in Frankenmuth.
This was your jam right here, is it not?
Yeah. Frankenmuth, Michigan. That was, that was a shitload of fun, man.
Cool. The Survivor Series showdown, we've got Bret Hart pinning Honky in a 1-on-1 match. And then at the 90s Survivor Series, we see Rhythm and Blues partner with Ted DiBiase on his $1 Million team, along with the debuting Undertaker to take on Dusty Rhodes and his dream team, which is the Hart Foundation and Coco Beware. Of course, we all remember DiBiase was the only survivor from that team. And at the end of 1990, Greg Valentine began to quote unquote kayfabe argue with Honky about Jimmy Hart interfering in their matches. And the rumor and innuendo was this was supposed to lead to a feud between the two, both Honky Tonk Man and Greg the Hammer Valentine, but it never wound up happening on TV. Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.